What's up, guys? Great to have you back for another video up here on one of our beautiful small rivers in northwest Wisconsin. Tonight, actually, I've already fished this section today, so I know it should be good. I've got one fish in the boat already, and the fish are munching right now, and they're mostly post-spawn, I believe. But I kind of want to share a little bit of a theory I've got going on with you guys, since this is only our second year here, and this is kind of the first spring I've gotten to do a lot of smallmouth fishing. Most of my smallmouth fishing on these rivers has been in the summer in the past. But yeah, last spring I was getting worked like a dog, and that's over now. So I've been doing a lot of fishing this spring, and I've kind of come to a couple of theories about the movements of smallmouth in these river systems up in northwest Wisconsin. The upper St. Croix River is a massive watershed. You know, we're talking like hundreds of miles of river if you count all the tributaries that flow into it and all the different places these smallmouth have access to north of St. Croix Falls, basically. So a lot of the studies that have been done on the movements of smallmouth in the fall. Basically, they are up in these, small tributaries. They fall back to the nearest lake or deep water or whatever. They think a lot of these smallmouth in here actually go all the way to St. Croix Falls, which from where I am right now is probably like 70 or 80 miles by river. But I haven't really been able to find any information on spring smallmouth movements in these rivers. But I've kind of come to my own conclusion on how to target these fish in the spring, like until they get post-spawn and set up in their summer patterns, and they're hitting, like, basically until they're hitting topwater baits. I think I've kind of come to a conclusion on their locations. So a few weeks ago, my cousin Jackson and I were fishing on it's still the upper St. Croix, but where it's a little bigger, out of my jet boat, 100 yards, 200 yards wide, can easily navigate the whole river. And we are catching some pretty nice pre-spawn smallmouth. And what I've kind of come to conclude is that those fish were actually just kind of moving through the system up into these tributaries and up further into the St. Croix, where it's a lot lower flow, a lot better spawning habitat than it is on that like big part of the river. So basically, the best place to target smallmouth in this spring, really early summer until they set up into their normal summer patterns, is going to be this smaller water and spots that have great spawning habitat. So and as far as the guiding service goes, I'm not even trying to guide until like mid-June now, so that they'll pretty much be set up in the main channel, like where I fish in the jet boat. But if you guys ever wanted to in future years come out with me on one of these small rivers, I've been fishing this river for years now. We can certainly do that, and out of it'll be like a 14-foot aluminum boat with just a trolling motor, most likely. Still pretty comfortable though. But yeah, so there's my theory on the whole smallmouth in the spring time frame in rivers. It fascinates me, the fact that these smallmouth can migrate that far up these rivers. I mean, there must just be like hundreds of thousands of these things in here, because we're talking hundreds of miles of tributaries that feed into the upper St. Croix. So it just fascinates me. I wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, so basically what we're using tonight is this little guy. If you look it up on Wired to Fish YouTube channel, it's called the Tiny Child Rig. It's kind of a weird name for a fishing bait, but it's basically a weedless Ned rig with the weight pegged to the bottom and the hook is on top. So it's super weedless. You're still gonna get snagged. If you're throwing around wood, you're still gonna get snagged, but just a lot less. And then we did pretty well this morning on the X-Wrap jerk bait as well. So yep, I guess we're gonna get going here. We're just down from the bridge right now, and hopefully we put a bunch of nice smallmouth in the boat. I really think we will, because it seems like they're biting super well in this river right now. They are munching post-spawn. Looking forward to summertime with a little more topwater action, but I love this too. So stay with me on this video, and thanks for watching. Should have turned the camera on for that one. Pretty nice smallmouth. Probably a 16-inch fish or so. This current is, I said this is a low flow river, but I mean, this is way, way, way above average right now. It is really moving along. But anyway, there's that fish. Pretty decent little fish. Oh, there's a there's an otter. I love seeing otters. They are a cool critter. Fish. Good one. I haven't even seen him yet. Oh yeah, good smallmouth. Big fish. Oh yeah. Very nice fish. I have to throw this guy in the net. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Look at that guy. It popped right out, corner of the mouth. It's a good 17 probably, I would say. Very nice fish. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That was a very good looking spot too. There's like 2 laydowns right there. And I kind of just got it right in between both of them. And I want to say I even had a fish. I don't think I caught it, but I had a fish on right in between there this morning too. So it doesn't take too long for him to settle back in. Right here we got basically a lot of the water in this corner is just completely out of the current. So I mean, we probably had a lot of fish spawning in here and a lot of fish. I mean, this is good all year, but it's probably just a lot of extra fish hanging out in here right now after the spawn. Oh, just had another one right there. Oh, there he is. Oh, what is that? No, 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 no. It's a pike. Shoot. Alright. At least he didn't bite me off. Perfect. First pike of the year. Hooked up on another good smallmouth. Oh yeah. Real nice fish, real nice fish. Oh yeah. Got a little bit of a nubby nose to him, but beautiful fish. Man, it's like, I want to say I'm at 5 fish now, and I am probably not even halfway down, so in the first like few hundred yards I usually just paddle right through anyway because it's not very good, so shaping up pretty well. I'm kind of trying to cast these deeper holes like what I'm sitting in right now. I'm trying to pick off a walleye maybe, but we'll see how that goes. A really nice something here, but I have not seen it. It might not be a bass. It's really staying down. Might be a muskie or pike. I'm gonna say this is not a bass. Either that or it's my personal best. Really nice fish here. What do we got? I don't have any means of landing whatever this is. So I might have to take it to the bank. I'm surprised it hasn't bit me off yet, to be honest. Unless I just hooked it in the corner of the mouth. Really diving underneath the boat. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, what the heck is that? Oh, it's a catfish. Really nice channel cat, too. Oh, so I don't got to worry about him biting me off? Holy cow, look at that thing. Oh, that's what it is. I think I foul hooked this guy. That's why it feels like a behemoth. Goodness, I think it's hooked in the stomach. Kind of cool though. I love catching channel cats. Didn't think I would catch one on the old Ned rig, but I'll take him. Goodness, he's fighting like crazy. He's getting closer. Is that a catfish? Yeah, I think it is. He is just foul hooked though. I'm gonna have to horse him up here in a second. Because he is. We're getting too close to these trees. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, stop it. In the log jam here. Canoe's kind of tipping on me a little bit.
You know what, let me just, I'm not sure I want to mess with this guy in the boat, but he's already here, so. Wow, look at that guy. I don't know how he ended up getting hooked in the stomach, but gave me a fun little fight at least. Oh. A little smallmouth, nothing anything special. Just a little guy. Alrighty, one last smallmouth as we come up to the bridge. Just a little guy. These little guys still fight like crazy. That's the one fun thing about smallmouth is it doesn't really matter if they're big or not. I mean, I like them. You know, I like to catch a big fish, but even those smallmouth will really put up a nice fight.
Alrighty guys, that is all for tonight. We are back at the bridge. Had a pretty solid float. Both floats today have been really good. I maybe caught a few more this morning, but I was using a jerkbait a lot more this morning, so that kind of helps me bring the numbers up a little bit. But one thing I've noticed with the Ned rig versus the jerkbait in the spring, for some reason I always seem to get a better size average out of the Ned rig. I don't know why. There's probably nothing behind that, but that's just been my experience. So you can take that for what it is. Yeah, so it's about to get pretty busy for us up here with the canoe outfitting, and I'll try to get a couple more videos up, but we'll see. So appreciate you guys watching this video, and we'll see you next time.